Well, hello there. Welcome back to another episode here on Hall Family Farms. As you can see, we're not outside today. We are inside, and we're going to do something a little different here on our program. We're going to do a cooking class. We have those blackberries we picked outside, and we wanted to do something with it. So I'm going to try to attempt to bake a blackberry cobbler. Now, we don't have quite enough blackberries to do the recipe like we would like. We're going to modify it a little bit and see what happens. And of course, we've got my trusty gardening partner with us, and she's trying to chime in. Riley's trying to talk to us. But this recipe seems to be pretty straightforward, pretty simple. So what we have here are our ingredients. We have sugar, we have self-raising flour, milk, and a stick of butter. And of course, we have our blackberries that we picked, and a 9x9 Pyrex glass baking dish, and a mixing bowl to mix our ingredients with. So this recipe, it's like I said, very simple. It's actually, I found it on the internet. It's called the Pioneer Woman's Blackberry Cobbler, and it had a 5-star rating. So we're going to give it a try. So it calls for a cup of sugar. So we'll get our measuring cups here. And I'm going to use a half a cup here, and we're going to do 2 half cups. Okay, so we have our sugar. And now we are going to set the sugar aside, and we will go ahead and preheat our oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. So we've got our sugar in our mixing bowl here. We'll set our blackberries aside. This recipe also calls for 1 cup of self-rising flour, and we're using Hudson cream. I believe this is the brand of flour that my Grandma Hall used to use in making her famous biscuits and other recipes. So we have 1 cup sugar, 1 cup self-raising flour, and then we're going to add a cup of milk to this. So we'll set our flour aside here. All right, we're going to add some milk. Alright, added our milk. Get this lid back on here. I'm going to set that in my sink. We'll put this milk back in the fridge. Okay, and now we'll add our stick of butter. Okay. So I'm going to pause the camera just for a second so I can get my mixer, and we're going to mix this stuff together, and we'll be right back. Okay, and if you didn't catch it, I did make a rookie mistake here in rushing to do the video. So I didn't properly blend the flour and sugar together before adding the milk and the butter. So I'm going to try to do that by hand here with my beater. Alright, so we got that a little bit mixed together. Now we're going to add the beater to the hand mixer and plug that in. Alright. Now we're going to beat this all together here. Alright. Let me put these beaters in the sink. We'll set this to the side. Okay, so the next thing we have is to pour our batter into our 9x9 glass Pyrex baking dish. All right, very good. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add our blackberries into the batter. We'll just strategically move these around here. And these things are just ginormous. And we've already rinsed them with our strainer here. All right, very good. We'll set that in the sink. Just going to use our fingers here to kind of move them a little bit here in the batter. Kind of move them around a little bit. All right, and that's what it should look like. All right, so let me rinse my hand off here. Alright, so the next thing we need to do is we're going to get 1/4 cup sugar. And we're going to lightly sprinkle this on the top. And my thought is, having not made this recipe before, that this is going to form a kind of a sugary crust on top. So we're just going to kind of be very strategic about placing our sugar in there. Okay, there you have it. Now, once our oven gets to 350, we're going to pop it in. We're going to let this bake in the oven for 50 minutes. Then we're going to take it out and we're going to add 2 more tablespoons of sugar on top. Put it back in for another 10 minutes. Pull it out, let it cool, and then we will cut it. Add a scoop of homemade or handmade vanilla ice cream to it, and we'll see what it tastes like. So stay tuned. Alright, welcome back. We just got our Blackberry Cobbler out of the oven, and we're going to let it cool for about 30 minutes, and then we will slice into it and put a scoop of ice cream on there, vanilla, handmade ice cream, and we'll see what it tastes like. We'll be right back. Alright, welcome back. It's been cooling for 30 minutes. Let's see what this Blackberry Cobbler looks like. And I was correct, that sugar has formed a nice topping here on top of the Blackberry Cobbler. Alright, let's see. Oh my, look at that. Alright, let me get a scoop of ice cream here. And since we couldn't make our homemade ice cream ourselves, we got the next best thing, Turkey Hill homemade ice cream. We'll put a couple scoops here. Alright. I'm going to bring it around so you can get a nice close look at this. Boy, that is good. It's nice and fluffy. Thank you so much for joining us, and until the next time, take care.